friends. Hey, what's happening? What's shaking? What's going on? This is Andy coming to you again from here at Reverend Guitars in awesome Toledo, Ohio. Heartland of America, baby. Glad to be here. And, you know, it's always such a thrill and pleasure to be invited here to show you guys the Reverend basses and play them and tell you what I think of them and kind of, you know, tell you about the different sounds and the construction and everything like that. I mean, what a cool gig. And I'm just so grateful that they invite me back year after year after year. It's been almost a decade that I've been closely connected to Ken and Penny and everyone here at Reverend Guitars. It's an honor to be here. Today, we're going to take a look at the Decision P. This instrument, this model, is one of the Reverend basses that I personally own, and I love it. I love playing it. I love, you know, the thing about, I'll just start by saying this. You know, it's the non-FSO concept, meaning, you know, the fender-shaped object. You know, so many of my basses are fender-shaped objects. They're nice basses. They're cool. However, the Reverend basses are not that. They're something completely different. It's a vibe. It's kind of a retro hip, kind of atomic age, Jetsons. You know, it seems, you know, science fiction, but also it seems 1950s. You know what I mean? Like simultaneously. So it's got this retro hip, cool factor, and you know, that makes them really different. You know, and different is cool. So it starts with that. I mean, that's the body shape, right? But then you have some important, like, classic things. This particular one has a PJ configuration. The pickups are the, you know, the P blade and the jazz bomb. However, it has a reverse P. So when you put the traditional P style pickup, when you reverse it, that's going to make your E and A string have a tighter, more defined, more punchy low end character, and it's going to make your D and your G string more full and fat and round. Okay, then you combine that with the jazz bomb in the bridge position. However, it's more scooted up. It's not really close back by the bridge, so it's, you know, it's slightly more scooted up, and this contributes to a really cool kind of balanced sound between the two pickups when you're using them together or in a variety of different ways with the blend control. So we'll get into that when we start doing some playing. I'll just tell you about the controls real quick. You have volume control, you have passive tone control, and there's literally 100 different sounds, if not more, with it, just within this passive tone control, because it's got an awesome tone cap in there, capacitor, and you, by making micro adjustments to it, it makes a lot of sound variation. So just making micro adjustments with that passive tone control is very flexible. And then you have the big knob in the back, which is the blend control. And that's how you blend between the two pickups. And you know where you're at by the center indent. As you're rolling the big knob in the back here, when you get to the center, you feel it. It's got a little clicker in there. You feel it, and that tells you that both pickups are full on. And what we'll do is we'll just start by with the P blade in the front, and then we'll work our way through both pickups and then to the back pickup. Okay. So here's just the P blade. that's pretty universal killer sound. That's, I mean, I was saying it in several of the other videos. I make mention that, you know, I kind of like to set it and forget it. I'm that kind of a player. Doesn't mean I don't have a variety of sounds. I get them. I get those different tonal. I go to those different tonal places with the amount of energy I put on the bass, and by using different right hand techniques. Sometimes I'm using a pick. Sometimes I'm using my thumb, palm mute, fingers, digging in, playing light, brush strokes, everything in between. A lot of that's coming from my hands. So with the Decision P, typically I leave the tone control at about 50%, between 50 and 60%, and I just leave it there. I don't really mess with it all that much. And I do use the blend control, and I will be messing with that because there's so many different sounds within switching between the pickups. So let's start to blend in the bridge pickup. Right now, we would have, you could call it 75% neck position and 25% bridge position. It starts to become more complex when you have the bridge pickup blended in there. Meaning when you have just the P blade pickup, it's more grunty and more you know, just like old school kind of grunt and grind and warm and that, but it just has a little bit more grunt to it when you have just the P blade. When you start to introduce the jazz bomb, it starts to get more complex sounding. Now let's go to both, right? This is both right in the middle. You know what I would do is, because I play really, really hard, I need to lower the pickups down in a little bit more. That's just me, you know, because I have gorilla hands. So what you're hearing there, don't worry about that. That's just my over-aggressive right-hand technique. What I do on my basses is I sink the pickups down in a little bit more, and that cleans it up for me. All right, so what I do with this blend control is that I'll dance on either side of the center indent. Meaning I'll go just out of the center indent towards the neck. Or slightly outside the indent towards the bridge. You know, these Reverend pickups are super loud. They're super high output, and they're very, very honest pickups, meaning what you put into them is what they're going to spit right back out at you. That unforgiving nature, that loud, clear, focused, oral, unforgiving nature of a loud pickup is a good thing. That's not a negative thing. That's a thing that really will help you to really get in control of your technique, you know what I mean? And also, they love pedals. You see, when you put that kind of a loud output, unfiltered or not really colored, kind of natural open sound, loud, into your effects pedal board chain, every single one of your effects is going to sound awesome. As soon as you have like active pickups and lots of preamp, and you start to load down your signal path with a bunch of pre-EQ and a bunch of coloration and all that kind of stuff, you're getting diminishing returns from the benefit of your pedals. So having a passive bass with really loud open pickups creates awesome soundscapes with your pedals. Okay, now we're going to go to just the jazz bomb bridge position all by itself. I like the sound of the jazz bomb bridge position with the tone rolled back some more. All right, so there you have it. Yeah, I just think I sink the jazz bomb in quite a bit more than what would probably be the standard factory setup, but that's just me. So thank you for checking out the Decision P. I think that this is also, I should mention, this is a cool color scheme that's new for this year with the back sprayed gold pickguard and black with the cream binding, and this one has the maple fingerboard and just this incredible roaster maple laminated neck. Feels great, and yeah, I love the new color scheme. So there you have it, the Decision P. Check it out. Go to a store, go to a dealer, get it in your hands, and yeah, enjoy the everything that Reverend has to offer. If you can get yourself to a dealer and try them, I'm sure there's going to be one that suits your personal taste. All right, friends, thanks for watching this video. Thanks for watching all the videos. We'll see you next time. Peace.